This is a public service announcement brought to you by Kbms FM. Parental guidance is advised for the following program as it may contain some bad language and some ideas that younger listeners may find disturbing. Do not, under any circumstances, believe the shit you're being told on YouTube. Apart from my shit and all my featured channels shit, all the shit that you hear on my shit, and all the shit they hear on their shit. And when you see the subscription buttons, just click on it for more of my shit and their shit. And oh yeah, cancer is fucking curable. Shit. Hey, shit, you wouldn't be calling me a conspiracy theorist, would ya? You gotta be kidding me, right?
It was a nightmare. This is a dangerous groups that we're dealing with now.
Well, hello there, YouTubers, listeners, viewers, whatever you want to call yourselves. This is Paul at Kbms FM, Balance Radio. You can contact us at kbmsfm@hotmail.com. You can also visit us at Twitter and follow us if you would like, and that is at KBMSFM. Our website is kbmsfmradio.tk. This is updated weekly due to the fact that I am only one man and I am running this whole station myself. I research, I update everything from the Twitter account to the stations, broadcasting, the editing, the directing, bloody hell, cut, only joking. But that's how it is. I'm one man and I'm sorry if I'm not keeping up with you guys, but I need to try my hardest to keep up, so that's why I need you guys to give me some feedback. Also, I need your information that you might have that you may want me to broadcast, and I want to personally thank everybody that contribute everything they have, their audio that I use in my shows, and I appreciate it. Let's get on with the show now. So we meet again. Now first off, I would like to say I am putting this together very, very quickly. There's a lot of stuff I've learnt just today, and also from my own head, trying to get it. I've got 2 kids here, running about mad after them today, trying to research today, all stuff, you know guys, you know how it is, and trying to get this message out to people today. It's not bashed together, but it is kind of mix and match today, so try and bear with me on this one. It's great to get so many great comments back from you guys out there. Not one has been a bad one, so I guess I'm doing something right. So as you listen to this next show, I am going to pull a lot of things out my bag of tricks with the help of your audio, guys. Some of your audio, not all of it. I mean, I've tried to download it, it's taken forever, it's taken a piss, so it's going to be a lot of talk in this show. But there is some clips that I've managed to get just in time. It is 10 to 8 UK time, UK summertime, British summertime, on the 13th, 14th of June. And well, I'll try to get this out. Right, let's start again. Let's go. Your audio is really appreciated, guys. I try to get back to as many as you as possible. It's great to see so many new subscribers too. Also, the video views are just shooting up and going really well. In my eyes, they're going well. Try to view some of the older stuff if you're just new to the show. It might keep you up to speed. So yeah, let's carry on. We're going to go on a journey of discovery. Funny I should say that, because I'm from Dundee in Scotland, and that's used to be named the City of Discovery. One because of the big boat with Captain Scott went to, I think it was the North Pole. I'm Dundonian, but I can't remember. I'm not really great with my own history, but the history has been rewritten, so who knows if it did or not. Anyway, this time though, we will be hearing about how the sheeple believe they are free, however, are not actually free, and how this is just an illusion. We are treated a bit like you know, free-range eggs, free-range chickens, when a chicken, aka sheeple, is allowed to roam free, they produce more quality eggs, aka hard work. Production at work, isn't it? It's just like that. But the same can't be said for the caged hens, aka awakened ones, us. We call ourselves enlightened now, innit? Do you know what I mean? Because we are the enlightened ones, really, because we know what's going on. Well, we like to think we know what's going on, isn't it? The caged, aka the awakened ones, the caged hens, they lay eggs, but most are terribly awful and taste a lot worse than the free-range eggs. Is that right? Or is that wrong? The chicken tastes great as well, if you think about it. Now, awakened people say awful things and don't produce the work standard needed, i.e. us. Fuck the Illuminati and all that. We are free and will not be enslaved, etc. Well, I am not good at explaining things too well, so here is what I'm really trying to say.
The greatest form of control is when you think you are free, when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and you can touch these bars. The other is sitting in that same prison cell, but you can't see no bars, but you think you are free. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers and lecturers, all alike. We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we are told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
So let's see how awake you guys are.
Hey, are you awake?
Is there somebody that's leading y'all here, or y'all just... I understand. Is this the group right here? There's no group. All right. Give you your warnings. If you come out here and you demonstrate by dancing, you will be placed under arrest. Does everybody understand that? If you live more than 50 miles away from the District of Columbia, you will spend the night, the weekend in jail. Yes. Does everybody understand that?
Sir, that's illegal. What would we be charged with?
You are too far away from the city to allow citation to reappear. Therefore, they lock you up and hold you for court.
What he's asking is a violation.
You'll find out.
What law is that?
Sir, I'm just giving you your warnings right now.
You're telling us
If you
you'll
dance,
arrest us,
demonstrate.
but you're not telling us
We're not
under what law.
demonstrating.
If you're dancing in here, we're demonstrating. It's one
What is dancing? What is dancing? You can go to jail for doing that.
You're not allowed to have free expression or free speech in the memorial to Thomas Jefferson, the champion of free speech.
We're moving, man. We're in love. Touching each other. We're stopping. We're stopping. What are you doing? We're stopping. You are not arresting us for standing
For
here.
what? You didn't even give me a warning.
I didn't even give you a warning. I didn't even give you a warning.
Dancing in a public area is now.
You didn't give me a warning. You didn't even give me a warning. What is your problem?
Dancing is a crime.
You didn't even give me a warning. If you would have said something, I would have stopped. I don't understand. I came over. I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear. Sir, I didn't even hear. Sir.
I didn't hear. I never talked to that guy. What are you talking about? America, sir.
You hate the Constitution, don't you? You hate America, don't you? You hate freedom. All those men that are missing, all those MIAs. Now watch my arm, watch my arm! Watch my arm, watch my arm! Watch my arm! Don't, I got a broken shoulder. I've got a bad shoulder.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. Stop resisting.
This is America. This is America when you dance in a public place.
Read an article this morning about an Oregon man that was bitten by a stray cat, and now he has some sort of serious infection, possibly the bubonic plague. But here's some more spoonfuls of shit for you. Don't worry about it, because the FDA is stocking up on a vaccine for this. So ask yourself this: when the FDA starts stocking up on shit like that, what are they doing? What are they releasing out there for us? Because they're stocking up on it. They're going to dumb you down with all those damn vaccines. Levitin or Levitrin or something like that.
Put all the boys and girls to sleep, folks. Tighten your fucking bootlaces, oil your fucking gun, and sharpen your goddamn swords, because we're fucking going to war against these traitors that have manipulated, lied, and destroyed our fucking world. And it's time for you to wake up and figure out what fucking side you're on, instead of sitting with a finger up your ass and the other one pointing at who's to blame. This game is over. It's done. It's time to fucking start brand new and wash this world clean. So you either figure out if you're in or you're out. Because if you're out, you're fucking out. And if you're in, let's get this shit done now.
If we're going to be led like sheep to the slaughter, then we might as well do it with bells on.
Alright, here's the deal. I'm on YouTube, not doing anything I should be doing. I'm freaking myself out because I'm fucking looking at FEMA and fucking camps and all this shit. And I come across this comment about this guy talking about FEMA's logo. And so I decide, hey, I'm going to copy this thing. I'm going to go into Google Translate. I'm going to put this baby in here. We're going to translate it. It's going to give me Latin. What the hell? I don't understand Latin. That's not a choice. But it gives me Spanish. So I'm going to copy the Spanish. I'm going to put it over here. Oh, make peace and wartime. What? Make peace and wartime? Maybe it's supposed to mean make peace in wartime. I don't know. I find it very odd, because then I decided to come and take a look and see, well, does the FEMA logo really say that? And whoa, it does. Right there. And then I started thinking even more, freaking myself out even more with the Illuminati and the pyramid. Now everything's a pyramid. Doesn't matter what position you're in, it's all a pyramid. And then eagles. Now they're one of the most evil birds out there. I don't know. Anyways, that's my short little FEMA freak out over a comment.
Yesterday, I was talking to a customer of mine who is awake. He is awake to the government tyranny. What I'm trying to get at here is there's different levels of being awake. This awake man decided to call me a conspiracy theorist because I started talking about vaccine and depopulation. Then he called me a conspiracy theorist. You know what I said? No, I'm a realist, not a conspiracy theorist. Do your research. He just laughed. That's real funny. So I guess my question is, what do we have to do to get these awake people to the next level?
Of this fucking zip-up coat, whatever you want to call it. There's what it is. It ain't a whole lot. Feel the softness. Oh yeah, she's soft. And she's also made in Indonesia, by the way. Now, if you're making $10 an hour and you work 8 hours a day, well, there just went your whole fucking day. And you wonder why our economy's in the fucking shithole. Huh? How much does it cost for food? I don't know. I don't eat a whole lot. Happy starving.
This administration has been blatantly political on all national security issues that I've been observing of, and so I think it's very clear that these leaks came from the White House, people within the White House itself.
I don't think it's ever good to expose your allies to their programs and their assistance being offered to the United States in the New York Times. I think this is the most devastating events for our national security. Dianne Feinstein, to her great credit, has said that lives have been put at risk.
The Obama White House has been almost unprecedented in leaking information that makes itself look good. Of course, politicians do like to do that, and leaking information that favors you is not unique to Obama. I think what's unique here are two things. First, the secrecy of this information, the Stuxnet worm, the things that are going on in Iran, the raid that killed bin Laden. Information came out in those instances that was beyond top secret and was known to very few people. That's something new. coupled with Obama's aggressive persecution of whistleblowers, his use of the Espionage Act, that's the other side of this story, and that's the other thing that's unique in this case. Even George Bush understood an accommodation between the needs of a free press and the needs of government secrecy. Obama has taken it a step further.
So you are most likely here to find out the truth. Well, I may have the truth, but am I fully awake? I think maybe not, as one of my subscribers says. How do we know if we are awake? And also, if you think you are awake, then how come some awakened people are stuck in between the truth and ignorance? And how do we, the wide awake ones, help get them to the next level? Now that was from WDUH TV. Now, that's a good question, and I'm guessing the guy that you spoke to also thought it was a good question, but he was totally ignorant to the fact, and he's obviously not wide awake. I mean, he's wide awake to the tyranny that you said. Listen to this comment by a brother of our world from the One World Life channel. Now, this guy is great in my view. He's on the same wavelength as me and everything. We were just chatting just before we started recording here, and you know, he's absolutely great. I'm going to read out the comment. I hope you don't mind. One World Life. Hope it's alright with you. I'm sure it will be. It's getting the message out and that. He replied to one of my comments, and he said, "It's a deep hole for sure, and even deeper to understand. I," meaning him, "followed a lot of the alien stuff and believe that it is the reason for most, if not all, of the happenings above and below. In a nutshell, I think the Anunnakis are coming back, aka Nibiru followers, and there is going to be a shitstorm battle on Earth, and our elite are working with Greys or whoever to build an army and fight them. Part of the reason camps and RFID chips and such, you know, that's why they're there. There is a reason technology has only boomed in the last 100 years, as well as a population overload. Although the technology is so far behind of where we are today, it actually is, you know, it's a lot further, isn't it? It's a lot further than they're telling us. I mean, there's me for instance. I've just got this laptop, you know, I paid 150 quid for the laptop. There goes the whole fucking week's bankroll, you know what I mean? You know, it's like you'll get something, you know, years ago I seen an Xbox 360 control pad being used in a British Army advert. Come and join the army, whatnot, bloody blah. Come and join the Illuminati, they mean. You know, and I seen this Xbox control pad in the advert, and well, I seen it a few years later. Now, yeah, okay, it's not 25 years later, but I did see it a few years later, and I got it. I got an Xbox 360, and you know, I've played it and whatnot, and you know, me and the missus sit back a few nights and play it. But anyway, that's not my point. My point being is, we didn't get that technology until a few years after we had seen it in the advert for the army or whatever. They were using it to control drones or whatever they do. Shit, man. I don't care. What I'd really care about is the safety of the people on this planet and this planet. Now, I'm not sure I can take on bloody alien technology, but I'll tell you what, I'll be taking on any cunt I can. And I hope you're all with me with that. But anyway, I'll carry on his comment. I've seen the black triangle. Now, he's referring to one of his videos, and that is nothing compared to what is truly out there. But as we know, only time will tell. Sick, twisted, evil world we live in. Part of me is excited for the cleansing, and the other part of me is scared for our children. Now I think the same. Call us crazy, but who says crazy is crazy? Remember who set up the medical shite? That's right, the bloody Rockefellers. And well, let's say it's the other way about, and these crazies were just normal guys and gals labelled as such by these medical groups set up by the Rockefellers because they were told to try kill themselves, self-harm themselves, take drug overdoses, whatever, you know, through subliminal messages or even through these symbols you see all around. Now, me being from Scotland, you know, Freemasons are meant to have come from here. I see a lot of Freemasonry shit about here, man. I see a lot of symbolism. I'm in the capital in Edinburgh, and you know, it's fucking crazy shit, man. I moved through from Dundee, and you know, I come through here and I see all these majestic buildings and that, and then I learn all this shit. I was in awe, shock and awe with what the fuck that was. It was all symbols that I was looking at, but when I was a kid, when I first visited here in Edinburgh, I looked at these, and I'm sure there's a few of you guys out there that have come to Scotland and seen all of this stuff. Now, if you can look at your photos or anything, if you have any, then, you know, have a look at them, and then you'll see what we mean. We all mean this. We're all in this together, come on. It's amazing how much symbolism is about in our buildings, and everything, the telly, the lot, everything, your newspapers, your media, the whole lot. I'm just a normal guy, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a drink of my coffee, so excuse me. I talk too much sometimes and forget about it. That's why you've never heard me doing it, probably. Either that, I've edited it out. Anyway, and now with a fried brain from all the brainwashing, they are in a closed room, demented, knowing they are really just normal, okay, but they do as they are told, they follow the orders given to them, yet they are fed meds and given shock treatments and forced injections. Now, does this not mirror the outside world? You know, you've seen it everywhere. I don't need to go over this. I think so. And well, my point being is this. I say, what if being normal is actually crazy? Then that would mean that me, you, your mates in the pub, the gym buddies you work out with, your friends at work, and even your politicians and world leaders are the real crazy ones. Follow me? If not, when you wake up, you will. Me and many awakened ones do know what we are on about, what I am on about, sorry, what I'm talking about. So world cities, please wake up. We have missed you all. This war is going to be very long and very wild. So strap up, comb your hair, and look good for your meeting with your creator very soon. Sorry, I had to say that. Anyway, let's see how awake we are. This is an extract, a small extract actually, from a document that was given to me by the anonymous group. I'm sure you guys have already read it. It's dated back about a year or two ago. I'm sure you've probably heard this, but this is really for the sheeple that haven't woke up and are maybe still listening, interested in what we have to say here, guys, so bear with me, please. Devastating shocks like September 11, the Southeast Asian tsunami of 2004 and the 2010 Haiti earthquake had certainly primed the world for sudden disasters. Yeah, I keep wanting to call these cunts bastards, right? Because, you know, that's what the elite are. Bastards, murderous fucking bastards. And I'm sorry if I'm swearing too much. I mean, you know, I can't bleep it out. I can edit it out, but then you're just missing my whole point. How pissed off I am at it. How pissed off we all are at it. But no one was prepared for a world in which large-scale catastrophes would occur with such breathtaking frequency. The years 2010 to 2020 were dubbed the Doom Decade for good reason. Now get this. This is what it says in this document, and this was printed maybe a year ago or so. Okay? Now get this. The 2012 Olympic bombing, which killed, speaking in like, you know, past tense, 13,000, was followed closely by an earthquake in Indonesia, killing 40,000. A tsunami that almost wiped out, now, I need to pronounce this properly, otherwise I'm going to get slated for it in my comments, I'm sure. Okay, a tsunami that almost wiped out Nicaragua, I hope that's right, and the onset of the West China famine, caused by a once-in-a-millennium drought linked to climate change. Now that I don't really believe. I really don't believe about climate change and that. I mean, I believe that the world might go through changes and things like that. I mean, I do believe that there's all these alignments and things have something to do with it. But, you know, climate change is apparently, I know, quote, apparently, is man-made. So, you know, I don't know. Once in a millennium. How can it be once in a millennium if it's man-made? Anyway, moving on. Now then, this is you know, this is me talking. That's the end of that. You know, I'll maybe put a link or something in the description box for this, but yeah, check it. You can check it out on my page. I maybe be able to put it into the description box. I can't put it in at Twitter. There's too little letters for that. You know, it's too big for that. I'll try and sort you something out. Don't worry. Now, what we have here? Well, it seems at first glance to be a look back on some terrible humanitarian disasters. However, the more we read into this paragraph, it becomes apparent that it's more of a fucking prediction by these arseholes, meaning the elite. An Olympic bombing killing 13,000 people, followed by an earthquake killing 40,000, and oh yeah, a tsunami that nearly wiped out the whole of is that country again? Nicaragua. What do you think these have in common? That's right, explosives. For one, I believe that earthquakes are bomb explosions underground. Also, the bombs placed underwater to create tsunamis. This video might never make it to air, but fuck them. I'm doing this for you, my brothers and sisters of the whole of this world. I am aware that to create an earthquake, it may be more than just your average bomb or a nuclear or whatever, but this explanation is plausible, isn't it? If you listen to this. Also in explosives, demolitions, things like that, we've seen in demolitions, you can have certain amounts of explosives, like exact amounts, i.e. exact amount to create more or less damage to surrounding areas. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying. So if now I'm not an expert, but so if a 30-pound bomb went off causing little damage, then surely an 80-pound bomb would create a bigger and more damaging blast. My point being, if a 30-pound bomb went off underwater, then that would cause a 10-foot tsunami, say, right? And so if an 80-pound bomb went off, then surely that would make a 35-foot tsunami. Remember, it's just for talking's sake. I'm not an expert in explosives, like, And put this into my theory on the earthquake thing. Also, I think maybe you could do this with a sinkhole. Just my opinion, guys. I'd like to hear some feedback on that. The tsunami thing, I truly do believe that there's nuclears or something going on around the oceans and the seas around the world to create these humanitarian disasters such as tsunamis. I'm not so sure on the earthquake thing. I think that's maybe actually more natural. Although there might be something out there I'm missing, so please hit me back with your feedback and your comments. Email us at kbmsfm@hotmail.com. You can tweet us if you want, but there's never enough on that. Just email us, man. If you can't email us or you don't want to and you want to stay anonymous, just do it through YouTube. But you're never going to be anonymous as far as I know on YouTube, and that's why when I get back to you guys, I'll leave my name, because I'm unmasked. I don't give a fuck. I'm Scottish, man. I'll fight to the death. I don't care. Opinion. Tell me what you think, honestly. Tell me what you reckon. This is just a small extract. No, in fact, you know what? We'll scrub that, because that's me just going over some shit there. Here we go. Now, it sounds to me as if, like, the 9/11 was an inside job for sure. But, and there is a big but, are these enlightened ones alien greys? And are we enslaved by them? Were they actually the original occupants of Earth, whom created us? As in, maybe some sort of matrix we're in or something. I don't care what it is. Maybe robotics. I don't care. It's far-fetched robotics, I'll tell you that much. Because it's no metal. We're no metal, but we are solid bone if you think about it. I don't know what the fuck that is like, but, you know, hear me out. Did they create us? And they were already living here, and they've created us as an army to go against the Anu guys? I can't pronounce that word either, but, you know, if somebody could show me how to pronounce that, then that'd be great, because I'm Scottish, man, and we don't have a great vocabulary up this way, and if we did, we'd be very, very clever people. I'm taking the piss of myself here, I know, but hey, listen up, man. Did they create everything? I mean, I think they have more technology than just 25 years ahead of us. I think maybe they've got like 3,000 years ahead of us in technology, because we've been held back that long, if you think about it. I think they've got more, and I think they have got a hollow earth beneath us, possibly. This would also tie in with my earthquake plausibilities on my reasons for that, due to the explosives and things, hollow earth, whatnot, sinkholes and things like that. But we provide them with the work that they cannot do? Because, I mean, me for one, you know, these Rockefeller groups and all that, they're meant to run the world, and there's meant to be 7 key players that run the world ideas, which country falls, which country rises, things like that. You know, these 7 main key players, and I've never figured out who these guys are meant to be. I don't know if they're one of each group, or they're one of each country, or whatever, you know, I don't know who these guys are, but I know there's 7 of them. Now, we have never heard of them, but in fact, the 7 main players, puppet handlers, might be the ones that actually rule us. So, who are the ones that rule, you know, who watches the watchers, and, you know, that sort of thing, going along A-lines. These 7 key players that make all these decisions, who is making their decisions? Because they're definitely going to be human, these guys, right? However, who are the ones controlling them? You know, we have got to open our minds, guys. We might be a bit more spiritual. Now, listen, hear me out. I'm not religious in any way. I'm not Protestant. I'm not a Catholic. I'm not Christian. I'm not any religion. I am a free thinker. I'm myself. I've been brought up to believe what I want to believe, and that is how I am. I take everybody's ideas in, and I listen to them, and I try to make sense of them. I don't debunk anything. I'm never trying to debunk anything. What's the point in that? You know, what I'm trying to do is state facts. That's all. Not all of them are fact, but, you know, I try my hardest. I'm one guy, as I say, man, and I do need the feedback to help me out here. So I really do appreciate anybody that does get back to me, and you guys know who you are that have done. And I really appreciate all the information that you're providing me with, and I'm checking all this out, guys, and yeah, I'm doing really well with this, man, and I hope I'm presenting it to you all right as well. I'm going to take another drink of my coffee, man, before it goes cold. Excuse me, man. But yeah, who's watching the watchers, sort of thing, you know? What are you waiting for? This is a wee speech from me, man. You got to listen. I do it every show. What are you waiting for? Now is the time to stand up for yourselves, to be bold, be creative, Be radical to dream big. Imagine. Feel the fear, but do it. Anyway, it's time to question expert authority. Ask hard questions. Propose and demand solutions. To participate, agitate, disobey if necessary. Disobey if you must. If you must. You know, disobey. Yeah, a rebel. I don't care. I'm a rebel. You know. And so fuck if MI6 want to come. So for government spies that are paranoid that might open up shit, or anybody else might open up shit, or all 7 fucking billion of us open up shit against this 6,000 to 10,000 number and fucking arseholes, man. Excuse me, man. Sorry. Well, you know, visualise and organise to kill the fear spread in media. Educate yourself and inform yourself and others. All around you guys, come on. Now is the time to invest in hope. I'm your hope. Everyone around you's your hope, as long as they are awake. And if you're not yet awake, you ain't ever going to be awake, because we can't wake you up. If you listen to this whole show and you've heard everything we had to say, maybe it don't make sense to you now. Let it sink in. Ask some of my featured channels. They're all there. You know, click on my channel. You know, you don't need to subscribe. I'm not asking for subscriptions. I don't care if you subscribe. What I care about is if you're awake. If you're awake, contact me. Contact the other awakened ones. I don't care if you don't contact me. What I do care about is as long as you're awake. I need an army myself, and so does the awoken ones, man. If the awakened ones have an army, then we have a battle. And if we have a battle, then we have a war. If we have a war, then we're going to go to victory, guys. Come on. Shit, fuck. Wake up, man. Wake up. Wake up! Thanks for listening, guys. It's Kbms FM. You can get us at kbmsfm@hotmail.com. Peace to brothers and sisters worldwide.